Hey everybody, welcome back to our 9th episode of Bulldog Weekly Season 6. We're your hosts this week. I'm Emma.
And I'm Labby. And in this week's episode, we'll be watching a short by Molly, talking to the basketball captains, and watching our second episode of Molly in the Kitchen.
But before we get started with the show, here's Mr. Devoll and Mr. Tilden with our week ahead of school and sports.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Rundown. Today is Sunday, December 11th. We are in our last full week before vacation. So this is a 5-day week. The week after is not quite 5 days. So through the course of this week, we've got a mentor day on Monday, and Tuesday we've got the combined band. It's a dress rehearsal for the combined band because they have their winter concert the 14th, Wednesday night. So we'll go to Wednesday, we have the combined chorus having their dress rehearsal again. That's for the concert in the evening. That concert starts at 7 o'clock. It's great to support all of our musicians. The 15th, we've got UMass Dartmouth coming for on-the-spot admissions, which is pretty cool. On the spot is just what it sounds like. You apply, and on the spot, in guidance, you get accepted to college, which is pretty great. There's also going to be a grades 9 through 11 college athletics seminar if you're interested in playing college sports. We also have the Memory Project, an art project with Miss Butler. That's happening in Bulldog Block. Finally, Friday's the 16th, there'll be yoga and Magic the Gathering. Now, through this week, we actually are on our first full week of winter sports games. So winter sports started after Thanksgiving, but we haven't had many contests yet. We've got a full schedule of games this week. Check in with Mr. Tilden about supporting the Bulldogs on the playing field. See you, everybody.
Thank you very much, Mr. Devoll. And winter sports have officially started. Girls ice hockey yesterday had our first game of the season. They took a travel out to the Vineyard. Had a fantastic game against the Vineyard. We did come up on the losing end 4-2, but I heard it was a great game all the way through. Those guys will return to action on Sunday, December 11th at 2 p.m. against Winchester. That's out at the Falmouth Arena. Should be a fun day. Getting into all the rest of our sports, girls basketball starts tonight, which is Friday, December 9th. They're hosting Dartmouth. Dartmouth has a very good returning squad, so it should be an exciting game to start off the season. Track is out at New Bedford Vogue tomorrow, 10 a.m. That is a freshman-sophomore meet for the entire league, so we'll get to see what the young ones can do. Boys basketball starts their action. Their first home game is going to be against Bourne on Tuesday, December 13th. That is a 6:30 game. Bourne has some tremendous athletes over there. We're hoping to fill the dog pound. Swim is also December 13th. They have 3:45 against Seekonk out at Seekonk High School. So if you're looking for a great swim meet to go watch, I would travel out there on Tuesday. And the final one to play their first regular season game will be boys ice hockey Wednesday against Dartmouth, 4 p.m. Always a great game. So hopefully next week we'll have results for everybody and when the next games are. Back to the Bulldog crew. Thanks for all you guys do.
Thank you so much, Mr. Devoll and Mr. Tilden. Good luck to all the sports teams competing this week.
Up first, let's watch Molly's short film, where we get to see what would happen if one of our Bulldog Weekly crew members gets a little power to their head.
How's this week looking?
Pretty good. I mean, we're going to be interviewing the basketball team. Molly's going to bake, and you're going to be director.
I'm the director?
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Let's make something magical. Oh, what is it like to be the director? Oh, it is so amazing. I see so many dreams, so many visions able to come true right here in this studio. As Shakespeare did in his theater, I shall do here in this studio. I can't wait. It all starts right here. I hate that hat! Take it off!
I think Tommy really likes the idea of being the boss of everybody. He's trying to be very prestigious, but his hat doesn't really fit on his head. On today's episode of Bulldog Weekly, we'll be watching a baking sketch.
Cut! Wrong! If you were in the industry, you'd be shunned! You are murdering my vision, you killer! All I want is for you to say the line with a little bit of enthusiasm. Can you do that, or are you a shunny?
I can be enthusiastic.
What was that?
Dude, I'll be enthusiastic.
Dude! Dude, I'm not your dude, I'm not your buddy, I'm not your pal, I am your director. And you will do what I say. You know what? You're fired! Get out of here, you're fired!
Can you do that?
Yeah, Tommy can't fire anybody.
You know, I really like Tommy's directing style. He's giving a lot of good.
Enunciate, my goodness!
He's giving a lot of good notes.
And we'll see you next time.
May I be honest with you? I watched a man cry into his burrito at a taco restaurant. He wiped his tears with the lettuce. And even that wasn't as painful to watch as what I just witnessed. Amateurs.
Oh.
Where's my green tea with ice? With a fun cup!
Yeah, I don't think that Tommy should be a director.
Up next, Emma sits down with the basketball captains, Sawyer Fox and Liam Garrity. Let's see what they have to say.
Hi everyone, my name is Emma Van Ness and I'm here with.
Sawyer Fox.
So Liam could not make it today, he's sick, so Sawyer's gonna be the star of the show. To start it off, how would you define a team, Sawyer?
I would say you need to have like a good community and like everybody needs to be friendly on the team together. And like spending time together outside of practices and stuff definitely helps the team become like a team itself.
What has basketball taught you that you can carry on to other aspects of your life?
I would say mainly just building friendships within the team and like meeting people outside of basketball too, like through basketball, like just becoming friends with kids that I'm playing against and like over time just building those friendships and like meeting people from other places.
What are you willing to sacrifice to make your senior season count?
One thing so far has been like the health and well-being of the team because we've had to like practice like seven days in a row sometimes. Like we normally would have had to go like 13 days in a row, but we've had like 3 kids out already for like the flu and stuff, and just our health has been like kind of down low, but with our first game coming up in less than a week, we're hoping to get back on track.
Who do you think helped you get to where you are today? Like, do you have any inspiration?
I'd say the most helpful would probably be Greg Yeomans, my coach from grades 4 to 8. He helped me and everybody else on the team right now become like the players that we are. He just really like implemented basketball knowledge into our brains from such like a young age that we all were just able to become better players.
I know it's the start of your season already, but what do you think captain means to you? Like, what do you think being a captain like means, like stepping up? Like, what do you think?
I would say being a leader on the court and like being able to see what's going on and being able to assess it and like slow everyone down and calm everyone down, because that's been one of our big things, is like limiting the detrimental effects that we have on our games, like turnovers. Like we got to get back on defense, we got to stay together as a team, and Liam and I really have to focus on keeping our energy and our mental health in the right places during the games and just making sure that we stay in the right place in our heads, because we're physically a great looking team on paper. We have like 6 kids 6'2" plus, and just like our guards are great. Like Jake's very strong. We just all have to keep it together on the court. And I think Liam and I can do that.
Yeah. Do you know anyone, or do you have any superstitions before games?
I personally don't really have anything, but I know Liam's pretty superstitious. He has his things, but I just like listening to music. That's my big thing. Like I have to lock in, so it's important. Like our warm-up playlist made by Jacob Smith every year, he handles that, and that gets everybody like locked in. I feel like that's kind of our superstition.
What aspect of the game comes easiest for you or your team?
I would say just like moving the ball up the court. Like we play at a really fast pace, and like I said before, like Greg Yeomans, he's like really the one to blame for that. Like we all move together and we like move as one because we've been playing together for so long. And it just feels like our chemistry is like definitely one of our biggest, like, best parts of our game.
Well, with that, what comes probably like the most difficult to master?
I would say at first it was difficult to start working together, but over time, as we started like, you know, playing together more and like starting to understand how each other's games went together, that's when it started piecing together well. But still now we have to control our emotions. That's what I would say our biggest thing is, because we all are like teenage boys who get angry, obviously, and we have to keep it together on the court. We can't risk, like, I myself in this past AAU season have like gotten a few technicals, and that's something I don't want to do myself. But you know, as a team, we have to work past that, and that's been our big thing.
Yeah. Do you have any like memories from the past seasons?
I mean, last season our playoff run was just amazing, like being able to hit like a big game-winning shot, but like my senior captain, Steven, like being able to keep him playing another game, like that was really fun. And like going to Norton, even though we didn't get the win, like it was a great experience playing at like Wheaton College with like 3,000 people watching. It was really cool.
I know that like your signature move is like dunking and stuff. Do you have any like, do you have a goal for how many dunks you can get this season?
I want to get a windmill dunk in game, but I gotta talk to Coach Carvalho about that because he doesn't want me doing all that.
What sport would you play if you didn't play basketball? I know that you're pretty tough at volleyball, but
I would definitely have to say men's volleyball. I would want there to be a men's volleyball team here, and I would dedicate all my time towards it because volleyball is very fun, and I feel like the jumping converts to that really well, but probably golf too because I'm a golf when I'm old.
Well, the last question we have for you is, what advice would you give to someone who's thinking about playing basketball?
I would say get outside, get on your basketball hoop, or if you don't have a hoop, you gotta use a basketball. Just get it in your hands and get started early, because the more you play is just the better you'll get. Like, it's one of those things where you gotta grind and you gotta put time towards it. And that's what I've realized over the years is just the more time I put towards it is the easier it gets.
Well, thank you for taking your time to come and talk to us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, I hope you have a good season, and we will talk to you and Liam soon. Thank you guys for watching, and back to the studio. It was really fun getting to sit down and talk to Liam and Sawyer. I hope they have a good season.
Last up, we have our second episode of Molly in the Kitchen. Let's see what she's cooking up today.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Cooking with Molly. I'm your host, Molly Dupree, and today we will be making a very simple mix, cake mix cookies. These are really awesome if you're kind of in a hurry or you just need to make up something really quick. They're awesome, they're really tasty, and you can use any cake mix, add a couple ingredients, and you're good to go. Today we are going to be using Devoll's food cake cookies because it was the only thing I could find in my kitchen, and who doesn't love Devoll's food cake? To start off, we are gonna be adding 2 eggs, if they'll crack. All you really need for this recipe is the food mix. There we go. 2 eggs and a ½ cup of oil. I know it sounds weird, but it all comes together really well. And you're gonna need some chocolate chips too, but we'll get to that in a little bit. We're gonna start off by putting these 2 together. Now that that's all mixed up, we are gonna be adding the cake mix. And mixing that together. It should be kind of a thick texture, I'm hoping. It should be just like a normal cookie consistency. If it's a little extra crumbly, that's totally fine. They usually come together really well. Now the final ingredient is chocolate chips. I'm using milk chocolate chips today. You can add however much you want. I think they recommend a ½ cup, but I like to think it's dealer's choice, so put in however much you'd like. And we're gonna go with that. All right, and just like that, we have our cookie batter. Next up, we're gonna take a sheet. Okay, I've got my grease pan, I've got my cookie batter. We're just gonna take a cookie and we're gonna scoop them out. I'm gonna make mine relatively small, I think, because I'm making these. It's my brother's birthday today, you know him. I'm gonna make these for his like birthday party, I guess, if that's what you wanna call it. I think he's like doing something in one of his classes, so fun. All right, here we go. All right, they're all ready to go. If you'll follow me, we are putting them in the oven at 350. I'd say about 10 minutes. Sometimes they go for 12, but I feel like I always burn them, so we're just gonna try and go with 10 for this one. All right, the cookies have been baked. They're looking pretty awesome. I'm not gonna eat one just because I'm saving them for Jed's birthday party. Hopefully, he and his class likes them. Miss Tallman too. Happy birthday, Miss Tallman. All right, and that concludes our episode of Molly in the Kitchen. Thanks so much for baking with me. I'll see you next time. Walking away.
That looks amazing. I can't wait to try it.
Teachers and students, if you would like to have something filmed and shown on Bulldog Weekly, let us know here at the ORC TV station.
Be sure to check out our Vimeo and social media channels for everything we film at our ORC TV. We film sports games, town meetings, school events, and more.
And just like that, we've come to the end of our 9th episode of Bulldog Weekly. I'm Emma.
And I'm Labby, and we'll see you next time.